Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720. Build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Rudo Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720. When you are looking for a company to help build your next project, what do you look for? Price? Honesty? How about our general contractor with integrity? If this sounds like you, it's time to call my friends over at Osborne Company Incorporated. No matter what project you have in mind, the Osborne Company will get it right the first time. Just listen to some satisfied customers. Every detail is given its due attention. We have done major projects over the years, and the quality of work given to us by Osborne was far superior to other companies. Sound like a company you want to deal with? Head over to OsborneCompany.com to see what they can do for you today. Or give them a call and talk with the friendly staff at 336-623-2111. The Osborne Company. Integrity, excellence, and value.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HiQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Live your life and just let go. If you try, then you will know.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
It's now time for Comets basketball on the CRN Sports Network. Now, let's head down to the courtside with Trace Nod and Wesley Allen. And welcome to Clayton Comet basketball right here on the CRN Radio Network, the online home of your Clayton Comets. We have a great matchup tonight as the Clayton Comets travels a respectable 11.1 miles all the way over to Garn to face off against the rivals of Gardner Magnet High School, the Trojans. The Comets coming into this matchup with a 2-0 record overall after defeating the 4A opponent, Cardiff Holden, last night, 71-56. They have done so far very well against the Garner opponents as the Comets defeated 4A South Garner back on November 20th for the first game of the season, 51-37. Just like for so many years, the Comets are led by Coach Danny Medlin. The Comets sit in first place in the Greater News 3A conference with South Johnson and Cleveland close on their tails, but all three support a 2-0 overall record. After tonight's ball game, the Comets will be on the road once again back in Garner to face off against the 4A South Garner Titans on December 4th. And then on December 7th, the Comets face off against these Trojans of Gardner Magnet High School for an away and home matchup to wrap up the season series. What are you saying? You've had the chance to watch this program. You called both games at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? We'll get into what the Trojans are going to do tonight when their first home game of the season. What can the Comets do tonight to slow down this high-paced and aggressive Trojans basketball team?
I'm not really sure. We haven't really seen what the Garner Trojans varsity men's squad is going to be because this is their first game, Trace Knott. They've not played any other games. They've practiced because they were focused on football in the playoffs. But now we're going to see what the Trojans are going to put out. Now, Denny Medlin and I were talking last night in the wrap-up of Cornholder with their big win over the Pirates. He said, we're not going to underestimate Garner. These guys are huge. These guys are big. We're a new squad. We're building up our program. We're going to see what we get tonight. We're going to come after him. We're going to come after him hard. But if it's any inclination of what we've seen in the varsity girls squad for the men, we're going to see one heck of a game here tonight.
You're exactly right. Again, the Trojans of Garden Magna High School, they do have a 0-0 record, like you mentioned, Wesley. Their first kind of season opener tonight versus the Comets. The Trojans are led by Kent Bloms after taking over for the longtime head coach, Eddie Gray, who finished with an astounding 508 and 207 overall record as a head coach here at Gardner High School. So, needless to say that Mr. Blom has a huge shoes to fill tonight.
Hey, and by the way, speaking of next Tuesday night, the Community Radio Network will be on the road. We will cover South Garner Titans, and we will not be able to cover next Friday night's game against Garner. You got obligations, and I'm going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana, so unfortunately we're going to have to miss the game. We try to make as many as we can.
Absolutely.
But this is going to be one that we're going to have to pass up and miss due to being in Indianapolis, Indiana. But, of course, follow our social media. Follow at CRN Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Community Radio Network on Facebook. The numbers are continuing to grow. Trace Nod, we're going to see an awesome game here. And I love the hospitality that Denny Medlin, Marlon Lee, Coach Principal Bennett Jones, everybody has given us in what we've been doing since football started.
Oh, absolutely. And again, longtime head coach Marlon Lee and Coach Medlin, they're friends of ours. They were friends of ours back in high school when we played for them. And again, it's fun to be back again with this Trojans team. Again, they're 0-0, so they're looking to come out and make a statement this evening. I mean, last year they finished 26-2, like mentioned during the women's game. 26-2 overall. Their only loss was against Leesville back on 69-67. And then in the third round of the 4A state tournament against South Central, who they also lost against 69-67. So it's going to be a fun matchup. But watching right now, they're fast, they're big, and they're fun. But that's what the Comets are looking to do tonight, because they're not quite as big, but they're young, they're feisty, they're ready to get after it. They're 2-0 on the season. It's going to be a great night.
So are you still fuming from what we saw in the women's game, Trace Nine?
Unfortunately, like mentioned, you can't let a high school game come down to terrible officiating. And again, I'm not the one to say, you did this wrong, because God forbid, I'm one, I make mistakes all the time. Who doesn't? But when you're in a critical ball game with down by 2 points with literally less than a minute to go, you can't take the ball out of the Comets' hands and leave it up to the officiating. You just can't do it. And again, you have to move on. You have to move on from what he did. And we're going to see the referee once again here in the third quarter. The guy, and I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not doing that to you guys, but they have to be better, because this is going to be a more fast-paced, a more physical game, and you can't let officiating really kind of direct the offense here.
Well, again, we'll reset them, we'll re-rack them and restack them, as they say in the word of the racing world. But again, this should be a great matchup. We're 2 minutes away from game time. As the Comets, again, first time on the road, preparing for this matchup. We're trying to take care of all of our social media, letting them know that we're live. Trace Knott, it was a good game. I'm not saying that. That was an awesome game. Just some crappy, and say that in a very nice way, some bad calls made there at the end, and it hurt them. It hurt Clayton. I think that's why they lost.
And I'm going to see if we can get Miss Asia Todd during our halftime program. She'll be here for the remaining of the men's game as well. The Liberty commit. To kind of see what she said. Again, we're going to get into what the score here for the men's side of the ball. But I'd like to see what the player's perspective is. Again, as a player growing up, right now, obviously not doing anything. I'm calling radio. But, as an athlete growing up, if something like that happened, you're furious. And so it's going to be interesting. I'd love to see what she has to say.
That's right. Well, we'll be set to go here. We're getting ready to do player introductions. And we prepare for this matchup Trey Snide, of course, will have the play-by-play call for the first half of the game. I'll take over play-by-play duties for the second half and be color, which is kind of hard because we're both play-by-play people. But we'll make it work.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a great game coming up here in just a moment. As we have player introductions going on, we'll also have the Invocation National Anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise.
And that'll be going on right now.
Presenting the colors this evening are members of Garn High School's JROTC program. The color guard consists of Corporal Cook, Sergeant Cully.
We're just going to let you hear it over public address because we don't have a PA feed live, but let's just take a timeout.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ Energy Drink. Wings are for birds.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720. Build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Rudo Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720. When you are looking for a company to help build your next project, what do you look for? Price? Honesty? How about our general contractor with integrity? If this sounds like you, it's time to call my friends over at Osborne Company Incorporated. No matter what project you have in mind, the Osborne Company will get it right the first time. Just listen to some satisfied customers.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
You're tuned in to Comets Basketball. It's now time for Comets Basketball on the CRN Sports Network. Now, let's head down to the court side with Trace Nine and Wesley Allen.
And welcome back to the CRN Sports Network, the online home of your Clayton Comets, as we get ready for the starting lineups for the away team tonight for the Clayton Comets. Travel all the way over to Garner, North Carolina to face off against the Gardner Magnet High School, the 4A, in their first game of the season.
Player introductions are going on now as the players being introduced for their game. As the starting 5 for the Comets and the Trojans being put into place. This is the main event for the day. They'll come to Clayton next Friday afternoon. And again, Trey, we saw a heartbreaking varsity ladies loss. We want to see what these varsity men Comets can do here.
You're exactly right. And as we're listening to the Garner starting lineup tonight.
We direct your attention to the home-standing Garner Trojans.
As play introductions are going on right now, but they're being introduced.
At a guard, a 5'11" senior, number 10, Jalen Andrews.
Getting ready for this game as Andrews gets introduced, number 10. That's going to be Jalen Andrews. John Anthony Johnson, the guard senior, number 15, is being introduced to the crowd for the Trojans. Number 45, Jaquan Harris. Even though it's got an S, remember it's Jaquan Harris. Jaquan Harris, number 45, being introduced. Number 50 is Makai Towns. Makai Towns, number 50, being introduced for the Garner Trojans. And for center, it's going to be 6'5". That's going to be Chris Nobles. Chris Nobles, number 34. So there they are. Your top 5 being introduced for the Comets and for the Trojans as we get set for game time. Trace Nod, the tip-off any minute now.
Again, we got a terrific game. If you're going to listen to a ball game this year, this is the one that you need to listen to.